Hi there. I've released a series of videos today about code questions. These are kind of common questions that you would get asked at a coding interview. Now, one of the questions that comes up involves this little guy here. This is the modulo operator. And the series of videos that I released today talk about this, or at least cover this in examples. But I thought I was gonna sort of do a little bit of an exposition of it. So if you're looking for those videos, I'll put them in the end part of this video. Anyway, so what does that operator do? It returns the remainder of two integers, whole numbers. So in this example here, I have the value on the left-hand side, 6, and then I divide that by 4, then I get 1 remainder 2 because 4 goes into 6 once. There are 4 units in 6, and then I have 2 left over. So the value that the mod operator, this one here, it's usually called mod operator instead of modulo, um, is going to return that. It's going to return the number 2, which is up there. So as far as code's concerned, so most of my videos are to do with C sharp. So in C sharp, this would be it. It's the same in Java, every other C version of the language. You would take the value and you would put it into some variable, and then you would use that. You can also use it inside an if check as well, but that's what you would get. So at the end of this statement, when this statement gets executed, remainder will contain the value 2 because 6 mod 4 is going to give you 2. If you want to get the value on the other side of the R, then you would do 6 divided by 4, and then that would get you the integer value. So 4 goes into 6 one times. So what is all this kind of good for? So one of the sort of big things is that if the modulo returns 0, the first number is a multiple of the second, which is handy if you can want to determine, like, if it's an even number, for example. So if you do number mod 2, if it's a 0, then it's an even number. If it's a 1, then it's an odd number. So what can we use modulo for? There's an example there. So finding out if a number is odd or even. Like I said, so if you get a 0, then it's an even number. If it's a 1, then it's an odd number. If you want to do something every nth time, so let's say, for example, you only want to update something every 5 times. So you don't want to tick something every single time you go through the frame. You would have a counter, and then you would do mod whatever the n is. So you do mod n, and then if that value is equal to 0, then you would run the thing that you would want to run every nth time. If you want to keep a number within a range, so for example, if you want to keep something in a range from 0 to 9, then you would mod it by 10, and then that would keep the number between 0 and 9. It's great if you're going through a loop. So let's say you're looping through something, and you just need to increment it, and then at the end of the increment, you would then do number mod 10, and then that would keep everything there. So when it gets to 10, it would go back to 0. That idea. And it's also great for manipulating textured data too as well. In fact, anything in a grid, and we'll show you that in the chessboard example. Um, yeah, so just anything to do with doing something in some kind of a grid, because a grid is essentially a big long one-dimensional array. And so figuring out where you are with respect to cell and with column and row, you can use the mod to find out what row you're on, for example, and then you can use the divide operator to find out what cell you're on. That kind of idea. But the important thing though is figuring out how to use the mod operator, and that's what these videos are all about. And it's kind of practice runs for you if you ever go and do some code interviews in your near future. So that being said, I'm going to end this video just now. And so if you want to have a look at the videos over on here, these are the ones that I'm talking about, the sort of programming question-y type videos that are on there. Anyway, if you like this video, thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, thumbs down. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, notify, all that kind of good stuff. But most importantly, just, keep coding, keep practicing coding, spread the word about coding and how cool it is, and all that kind of good stuff. And it's fun, you know. It does a lot of it's a good time waster if more than anything else. Even if you're not doing this professionally, it's a good way to sort of keep the brain challenged, that kind of idea. So if you want to share this video out with friends, family, and all that kind of stuff, I really appreciate that more than subscribes and likes and all that kind of stuff. Although they do help the channel. Sharing is caring. I don't know what that. Okay, that kind of ran away from there. But yeah, it's up to you. It's a free world. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.